Hello friends! Over the past week and a half, I've been participating in a tournament, that being the Box Bootcamp. The Box Bootcamp is a tournament for Teamfight Tactics, which is League of Legends auto chess. As part of this tournament, I was playing in the casual bracket. There are 3 different brackets. There's professional, advanced, and casual. I hadn't really played TFT before this point. I had played it a tiny little bit when it first came out, but other than that, I hadn't really touched it. And even then, I only played a couple of games, like literally a handful of games at most. But recently, the new set came out, set 10. And with that, the bootcamp started, and the goal of the bootcamp was to get the highest rank possible while not getting eliminated. You get eliminated if you're on the bottom 4 lowest ranked players that are still in the tournament at the end of the day. I am now eliminated. Unfortunately, I almost made it into the second to last day. I got eliminated on the third to last day at 9th place. I made it to Emerald rank 4, which I feel pretty good about, to be completely honest. As I said, I started playing this game with set 10 for this tournament, and I am, at the end of the day, and I checked because, you know, I was curious. I am the player that was highest ranked out of all the people that hadn't played the game before this set released. So in that way, I feel pretty satisfied. But what I want to do today is I want to talk about my experience of the bootcamp, but I also just want to play some TFT, and I want to tell you how I feel about that game and how I feel its design is interesting and what there is to be learned from it. Because I do think TFT is very interesting. It does a lot of things that it does very, very well, but it also has some design issues, I would say. It has some quirks to it that I don't think work that nicely, and I want to talk about those. So yeah. That's what we're doing today. I have TFT open. Well, actually, I have League of Legends open. Forgive me. We're going to be playing normal. If I'm completely honest, I don't like ranked. I've been playing pretty much nothing but ranked over the past little while. As you can see, this is my final ranking here. Emerald 4, 39 LP. I don't really like playing ranked. And I also learned I don't really like playing in tournaments. It's just stressful. That's really my main problem with it. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna be focusing on unranked because I'm more interested in discussing the merits and problems with the game than I am in, you know, ranking up. I don't really care about that anymore. We are past that point. Anyway, we have to queue a little bit. Unfortunately, you do have to use the League of Legends client for this, which is terrible. If I may just start out by saying this. It is truly trash. It is incredibly annoying. Every time you go into the ranked thing, it will give you the pop-up for Emerald rank over and over and over again. I get that pop-up every single time I go into that menu, and it's truly just disturbing how bad this client is. So just getting that out of the way, I wanted to mention that. Sorry. We found ourselves a game, so let's get into that game and start talking about TFT. Set 10, which is the most recent major patch. That's how kind of the major patches are described here, right? There's different sets. And set 10, which is the most recent one, is all about music. That is its big theme. And this is where I want to start out by talking about the successes of this game. About the things that I think this game does incredibly well. Don't worry too much about the gameplay. I will explain the gameplay as we go through things. But probably go over here. But we'll not focus so much on that right now, because I think TFT's successes actually mostly stem from other things that I think it does incredibly well, although the music just paused, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. First of all, the visuals are gorgeous. It is an incredibly beautiful game. I think that is just fantastic in every possible way, and that's just nice. Another thing that TFT does different from from the original Dota auto chess, and which I think is also a vast improvement, is that it doesn't use squares. So auto chess, of course, was supposed to be a chess-like game, so it used tiles the way chess does. But tiles suck. They're just not a very good way of structuring a board. And what this game does instead is it has hexes, which I think are much better. I like the hexes a lot more. I think they are a vast improvement over tiles, and I think that's just a really good thing. Now, let's have a look at the units a little bit. You can see here, for example, Vi, she is a punk. This guy right here, EDM, Mosher. This guy, 8-bit. Her, Disco. Evelyn, KDA. These aren't just random names that they gave them to theme everything, but these actually do matter quite a lot. They are really, really important. And we're going to see the music of the game change according with our selection of units that we place on the board. So, for example, right now I have 2 KDA units on the board as well as an 8-bit unit, and that impacts what the background music of the game is. Just pay attention to the background music. As we are placing units into our board, it is going to change. And I think that is truly just spectacular. That is really, really nice. Absolutely this every time. Again, don't worry so much about what I'm doing right now. If you understand, then that's great, right? Nothing wrong with that. But for the sake of this video, for the sake of this discussion, right now it's not really that important what it is specifically that I am doing. Just I will play and we will explain afterwards. But the music, you can hear in the music. So what we have right now is we have a little bit of this KDA going on and a little bit of 8-bit going on, which is really interesting. If I, let's say, come in with another unit, like maybe this guy, the music will change a little bit because he is from true damage. Now, Riot have over the years had a couple of musical projects. They had Pentakill, they had KDA, they had true damage. So these are kind of known properties. That's why they don't have a genre so as their type, and instead they have just this band name as their type. So just so you know, in case you're not too familiar with those specifics. Alright, we got ourselves a nice little early win there. Feel pretty good about that. Unfortunately, the music is a little bit buggy. You can hear it just kind of skipping out every once in a while. Yep, that's just something that happens. Yeah, it is kind of annoying. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. So we could also, and I'm just gonna do this to kind of demonstrate the point. I could put these guys in, and you hear how it immediately changes. And now we are in this disco style of music. Again, just listen to the background music. It will change as we go through the game. I think this is wonderful. It really makes the game a pleasure to play just because I like listening to the music. I like listening to what teams I'm building. I like hearing the variety in compositions. I admire the work that must have gone into this to make this possible. It is just fantastic, and I think it is incredibly impressive, and I wanted to make sure to properly highlight this. Okay, music explained. Now, on the left side you can see our synergies. At this point, I assume you guys know how auto chess works, so I'm not explaining every detail of auto chess anymore. I hope that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves our first synergy in. We're gonna get ourselves KDA. KDA gives us these hexes. And the unit that is on these hexes gets increased health and ability power and attack damage. I think that's what it's called. AD, AP, oh, that's very confusing. But I think it's ability power and attack damage. Basically magic damage and physical damage. So these hexes kind of indicate where we want to place our units. This boost is also increased for KDA units. So the 3 KDA units we have in play, they are even more powerful. Now, a mechanic that is incredibly crucial to how this game plays, and something that you really need to wrap your mind around quickly, is the headliner mechanic. I will explain this to you in a second. First, we actually have to do something else. We have to go to the carousel. So every couple of rounds, we have this carousel round up here. The carousel round is all of the different players getting tossed into this single arena, and there's a carousel of units. These units each carry an item. And then it's just about picking out which one you want by walking into it. However, the players that have the most HP get to pick last. So I have to pick last because I am the player with the most HP. Oh, these kind of suck. I guess I will get this. It is fine. It is an item. It's actually also a KDA unit, which is a little bit of fun. Ooh, we want this. Very good. Let's level up here and put in cannon. Now, this right here is my headliner. Every once in a while, we will get a headliner in the shop. They're always in the bottom right corner here. And there are specific rules for when headliners show up. So they're actually fairly predictable. When I say fairly predictable, I do mean like almost entirely predictable. They will show up every 4th round. And that is if we have a headliner. Sorry. If we have a headliner, they will show up every 4th roll that we do in the shop. And if we don't have a headliner, they will show up every single roll. Which unit you get as a headliner is random, but you can see here's the distribution. Now there are some very important quirks to this distribution that we are going to learn as we play more of this game today. Over here you can also see the distribution of units as we get them in the shop regularly. There are 5 tiers of units, tier 1, tier 2, all the way to tier 5. Tier 5 units are vastly more powerful than tier 1 units, like incomparably more powerful. Oh, we got Jazz. Look at that, Bard. I like Bard, he's fun. Although we're probably not getting him right now. But yes, so tier 5 units are incomparably more powerful than tier 1 units. It's just how it is. But as we go through the game and level up the shop, we will be able to get those higher tier units as well. We will be able to access those. We can level up the shop either passively by just waiting every round we gain 2 experience, or we can spend gold. We can spend 4 gold to gain 4 experience in the shop. For every increased shop level, we can place an additional unit on the board, which is of course really important because that enables additional synergies that we could place down, all kinds of fun shenanigans that we can do. Our opponent here is playing the country synergy. We can also, something that's pretty fun, we can actually have a look at the other players' boards and see what music they have going on. It's just a really good way for me to show you the different styles that are possible. Noah, come on buddy, I'm making a video. Noah is annoyed that I'm talking so much, so he's now trying to get out of the room. Here, let me message Mickey really quick that she should let him out. Alright, here we go. So, I will buy Ebernet. We have found some fun units here, actually. We've got Nar. I don't think we're gonna use you anymore, but there's Kaufis, who we can also use. This is a tier 4 unit, which we currently only have a 2% chance of finding, so it's pretty lucky that we got it. I'm not sure if we're gonna use him too much, but he's definitely not bad to have. In fact, he's very, very good to have. Now we've got a creep round. This up here is what's called a stage. So the first stage is just the first 3 creep rounds against creeps. You don't fight any players. Second stage is 3 fights, carousel, 2 fights, creep round. And the stages, they are slightly different from each other, although there's not like a crazy amount of variation there, right? Again, they are slightly different from each other, but mostly they are the same. Like, I think, sorry, what I'm trying to say is, like, it's not that they are random, but instead that as you go through the game, I think the number of fights might increase, but I'm actually not 100%. I feel like I might be wrong about that. Don't listen to what I'm saying about that. Let's move on. I'm actually not sure what the exact setup is right here. It's not really that important. Point being, you can see what we're doing up here. I really like this as well about this game, this stage setup. So currently we're in stage 3-1. What this does is really very little in terms of actual gameplay difference, right? We could just be in round whatever right now, like the way other auto chesses do it. Most of them don't even tell you what round you're in. But what the stage thing allows you to do is it lets you talk about it. It makes communication much easier between players. So a common thing to do is to level up on 3-2. So you go to level 6 on 3-2, which is a really easy way of communicating that information to newer and inexperienced players. I think that's really nice. We get to pick an augment right now. Let me just go ahead and pick something for us. Actually, these all probably should have taken something else, if I'm completely honest. Let's just get this. It doesn't really matter that much. Oh, that's a good unit. Alright, so we will level up right now. Get this guy in there. As I said, a good unit. And then we will just continue fighting here. To be honest, we're doing pretty well. I mean, we haven't lost the fight yet, so I'm pretty happy about that. We also have a lot of synergies over on the left side. It's because I am smart and I know which units to pick. I know the good units and their synergies. I wanted to show you the other boards. I missed it. Alright, let's do our combat first. We're going up against a player that already has a headliner, Miss Fortune. That is a problem. We're a bit worried about this. This is a very powerful unit. I was kind of hoping to find her myself, but that's okay. We'll just go for something else. She isn't super important for us, but it is still kind of crazy to see somebody already have this early on. They got very lucky. Alright, I hope we win this. We do. Our lineup is nice. We've got a really good setup of units, so I'm not too worried about anything right now. Perfect, we found Nico. Let's get Nico in here. Let's get you out. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of like what we need to do right now. Seems good. Seems good. Alright, so let's have a look at other people's music. Oh yeah, this right here takes a moment. So, this is jazz. Very different, right? If we find the country player. Very different, yet again. I think that's just wonderful. I love that range of different styles and that it just smoothly transitions between them. It also isn't set up in such a way that it requires you to hit a certain number of units. It will just mix the styles if you have a mixed composition, which I think is great, yet again. Alright, so we'll take this guy down, and then it's time for the next carousel. Now it's time that we talk about what is probably the most complicated aspect of this game, items. At least for a new player. It was the thing that I personally struggled with the most. So the way items work in this game is that there are components and then completed items. In this carousel round right now, everything is a component. You can see here, this item combines with every other item into the game into a completed item. So I can pick any one of these. Well, these are kind of bad. I guess we'll pick up the blue. That's alright, it is something. Right now, I think that's just what we're settling for. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Get Nar in there. We can put a Hand of Justice. I kind of want to keep this for now, so we'll probably just keep this over here. Now, after you combine an item, you can't uncombine it. At least not naturally. There are a couple of ways to do it, but there isn't just like an uncombine button. If an item is combined, it is combined. You're stuck with it now. If you made a bad item, then, well, that's too bad. Shouldn't have done it. And that is a problem. Good items on a unit make a drastic difference in its power level. A unit can go from being completely worthless to being unbeatably strong just off the back of a good item selection. And in fact, there are a lot of units in the game that work exactly like that. Those are often called carries, and your carry is a really important piece of your composition. As you go through the game, you will be able to properly itemize probably around 3 units, maybe 4 if you get lucky. Sometimes in extreme circumstances 5, but I would say that is very rare. Alright, we will go ahead and level up here, get Gnar in, very good. Apologies. So in rare circumstances you can itemize 5 units, but again, that's very rare. Most of the time you will be itemizing around 3 to 4 units. And it is generally best to fully itemize a unit. So you can have 3 items on any unit. So you can see right now she has 3, he has 3. And it's best to fully commit to single units like this, because that way you benefit more from it. Like for example, this item right here gives her extra health, and this item gives her extra armor. Of course, these items would be good individually, but the real value comes from combining them, because now you're getting both effects on the same unit. The armor protects the health makes the armor more effective. That is just kind of the better way of doing things. You can see over here, this is Annie. This is a prime example of what I was talking about. Annie is a tier 1 unit that is elevated to an absolute monstrous power level by virtue of this item set. If you can get those items on Annie, she goes so freaking hard, it is a little bit crazy. We could go for Vex here, which is kind of fun, but probably not, if I'm completely honest. I don't think we need it. I think I'll just sell this too. We do need to set up for our level 8 power spike here, which is what we're playing towards. I'm gonna play the standard strategy today, just the most standard baseline strat that you're sort of expected to play in most games, and it is widely considered to be the best way to play the game. Alright, this is sort of nothing, we don't care. Up here there's a team planner. You can come in here and build your lineup. You just put in the units and then it will show you down here what synergies that would give you. The problem with this team planner is that it's kind of bad in my opinion, because the team planner, as much as it lets you put units in and then see their synergies, it doesn't let you filter for synergies. So if I have a lineup like this and I'm looking for Guardian, I can't check which of these units are Guardians. The game won't tell you. I think that's a problem. It makes things a lot more difficult to learn. And that's really something this game doesn't do a good job with at all. One of the things about the item system, while this is interesting and allows for lots of creative freedom in your itemization in theory, unfortunately it also means there are so many items to learn. And they are really, really important. Again, it makes a big difference if you have good or bad itemization. Alright, probably gonna go with little buddies here. Yeah, we'll go with little buddies. Alright, there's Gnar, get this guy in there. Alright, we level up. And now we're looking for something good. What are we gonna find? Are we gonna find anything? Ah, haha, haha, we found somebody. Very good. Alright, I'm probably not keeping these Calfuses then, if I'm completely honest, but I guess it's fine. Alright, put the Gambler's Blade on you again. So our itemization right now is definitely a little bit lacking, but that's okay. We can put this on you. And put a second Archangel Staff on this guy. Probably. Oh, no, there it is. Morelli Nomicon, that's the one we want. Yeah, let's put this on you. Very good. So, we now pivoted out of our headliner into a much more powerful headliner, a 4-cost headliner. I did that at level 8 because that's the earliest point at which 4-cost headliners become available. Before that point, you just can't find them. And that's a really important aspect of the headliner system. The headliner system is really very much centered around this idea of hitting specific breakpoints in your leveling. Let me go ahead. I need to put you in. Yeah, this guy needs to go in. Very good. We've got KDA back. Yeah, I need to make sure we've got this all set up in the correct order. But that's okay. We've got the Calfus. who for now should be doing just fine. We're still looking for a bunch of other units, but that's okay. Oh yeah, look at this Kalphus with the really high attack speed. That's kind of fun. Units get mana for casting their abilities when attacking or being attacked. So this Gambler's Blade that we have here that gives a lot of attack speed is really nice because it means that our guy is casting more often. And you can see he's doing a lot of damage and nuking people down very easily. I think we can probably sell this guy. Very good. Economy. We're currently at 31 gold. Here you can see how the economy works. You get 5 gold a round by default. You can get up to an additional 5 gold for getting interest, which is based on how much gold you have. So for every 10 gold you have at the end of a round, you gain 1 additional gold at the start of the next round, up to 5 additional gold. And then you can also get gold for win streaking. All right. So it seems that we're gonna build a bunch of gamblers, gloves. Well, at least one, I'm guessing. Well, actually, I do need to build a Hand of Justice here. Yeah, we do need one of those. So that's pretty good. Wonder if we want to get these Thieves' Gloves. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see. So economy is a really important aspect of this game. You want to make sure you have a good economy. You want to make sure that you are doing well in this way. This also means that winning early on is really, really valuable. Because if you win, you can get win streaks and you can make extra money. And of course, that also means you're not taking damage. Or on the right side, you can see the current health of the different players. I'm currently at 93, which I think we're pretty happy about. Alright, Kalphus, just kind of keep blasting them, please. Alright, pick up some money. He has an item that makes him occasionally drop some gold. What we're doing is we're building a late game team. What our opponent here is doing, the player we're going up against right now, is building more of an early game lineup, which has already a 3-star unit, 3-star headliner, which is pretty nice. You can get 2-star headliners. So headliners are always 2 stars, right? So you can see, these are the couple things that I haven't explained, but I feel like, again, I think it's fair to assume that you guys are familiar with auto chess to the extent that you know what tripling a unit in an auto chess does. In this game, you can triple twice. Basically, you can upgrade a unit by having it 3 times, then it goes into 2-star. And if you have 3 2-stars, then it goes into a 3-star. 3-star units are way, way stronger than 2-star units. In fact, 3-star units can just win the game by themselves. It is often said if you get a 5-cost 3-star, you just win the game, like immediately, because the 5-cost 3-star will just win the game by itself. But honestly, even just a 3-star 4-cost will do the same thing most of the time. I've never seen a 3-star 4-cost actually lose a game. But they're also incredibly rare. We are sort of building towards it. I mean, I have 2 Kalphuses here. I have a Kalphus over there. So that's probably okay. Alright then. So, at this point we want to continue building our lineup. We're still missing a couple of things, and we're gonna roll for them now. Here's a Nico. That's very good. In particular, what I'm looking for is a unit called Akali, who is, frankly, disturbingly overpowered, and I don't know why she hasn't been nerfed yet. So we're gonna get an Akali. Yes, it's a very important, very valuable unit. Alright, grab ourselves a bunch of stuff. We get even more components. This right here is why I, personally, was incredibly overwhelmed at first. When I started playing this game, I had such a hard time because all of this item stuff, incomprehensible to me. Absolutely incomprehensible. And I don't think I am alone there. I think it's just incomprehensible because, oh my god, how am I supposed to know what all of these combinations do? What items are good on which units? And how do I combine, you know, the right stuff into the right things? We found Akali. Hey, very good. Alright, give her her stuff. That is something I personally struggled a lot with at first. And even now, really what I do, instead of having learned all of the items, while I do know a lot of them and I do also know a lot of builds for various units, I do often just have a tab open on the left side of statistics, which items are the best items to have on which units. And that is where we get into the balance of this game. I wanted to start out with the positive aspects of it, the things that I like about it. But this is where we talk about what's a problem with this game. I believe this game feels incredibly poorly balanced. Now, I want to be very specific in my language here, and I want you to listen to me carefully. I am not saying that this game is poorly balanced. What I am saying is that it feels poorly balanced, and there's a bit of a difference there. It's a slight, but in my opinion, very important difference. The difference is that this game, to me, feels like you have a massive pool of units that are useless and never good to be picked, and then a small subset of units that are incredibly powerful and should always be chosen. Now, I think to a certain extent, this is just true. There are a lot of units that nobody ever goes for because they are just bad. There are synergies that nobody ever plays because they are just not worth going for, even if you high roll them. That is absolutely the case. But I actually think that feeling of the game not being balanced has less to do with the actual balance of the game and much, much more with the fact that this game has an incredibly small pool of units. Like a weirdly small pool of units. I'm not sure why the unit pool is so small. So this right here is the entire set of units. This is all of them. If we count them, right, there's 13 in each of these categories. So 13 times 4 is 42, 52. And then down here there's another 8. So a total of 60 units are in the game. That is nothing. If we compare them to another, what I would consider to be a traditional auto chess like this, Hearthstone Battlegrounds. In Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you have around 19 units on average per synergy. And you have 5 synergies in the pool. So that is by itself already 95 units, which is more than 50% more. But on top of that, in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you also have the addition of neutral units that aren't part of any synergies. And those neutral units... Oh, maybe I should have taken this. I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. It's fine, we're fine, don't worry about it. And those neutral units, they are also... they are also in the pool, and there's like a substantial amount of them. I would guess it's probably another 20. Right, so there's probably 120-ish units in the pool for Hearthstone Battlegrounds, different unique units. While this game has 60. If we look at something like Dota Auto Chess, I don't know the exact numbers for Dota Auto Chess. Apologies, probably should have looked that up beforehand, but they are way bigger. I know that for sure. It's way more than this. Right? Every single auto chess that I've looked into in just some tangential research has a way higher pool of units than TFT does. Now you might say, well, Baumi, that seems a little contradictory here. You were saying the game is hard to learn, and now you're saying there aren't enough units in the pool. Yeah, but I actually think these two problems, as contradictory as they may seem, I think they're actually a connected problem. The thing is, because this game has a small unit pool, and then it also has a very small pool of units in the game. So this is complicated to describe because it uses a lot of the same language. So there's a small count of individual units in the game, only 60 of them. But then those units in the pools down here are also only available in small quantities. So remember how I said it's hard to get a 3-star 4-cost unit? 125 units in Dota Auto Chest from a quick search? Thanks, Scally. So way more, yet again, right? Remember how I said there's only... it's very hard to get a 3-star 4-cost? That's because to get a 3-star 4-cost, you need 9 of that unit, right? So if I want to get this Kalphas to a 4-cost, as to a 3-star, I need to get 9 Kalphases. Wanna guess how many Kalphases are in the pool? It's 10. They're 10. And that's it. For level 9 units, they are only... Also, look at this. This unit is so stupid. Akali is so dumb. Akali is such a dumb unit. Alright, let's get Akali. Thank you very much. Alright, we level up here. For level 9 units, that number is only... sorry, for level 5... For 5-cost units, that number is only 9 of them. There are only 9 in the pool. So if you want to have a 3-star, you need every single one of them. That can be incredibly difficult. Now, to be completely honest, getting the 3-star isn't really something you play for that specific reason, because it is very, very hard to actually get it, like nearly impossible to actually get it. But what you do play for, and what is important... one moment. I'm gonna go ahead and just do my turn and then I will continue explaining. We do have an extra unit in right now, right? Who's extra? Oh, this Akali is extra. Yeah, okay. You can go in, why not? No, we're not really finding anything fun here. Maybe we just put in the second Kalphas. That's just a guy. He should do okay. Right? I think I'll get the red buff, but I'm not gonna place it right now. So, because there is such a small variety of units, and then also such a small number of each of them, I think it makes these standout units so much more visible. Right? Standout units being units like Akali or Kalphas, or the 5-cost units, they're also very powerful. It makes them much, much more visible. And what that does, in my opinion, is it makes it so that rolling into them early and getting those lucky upgrades has a huge impact on the game. This game may or may not be poorly balanced, but I believe firmly it is incredibly luck dependent in terms of getting those high rolls and then winning with them. Now, you might point out at this stage, but Baumi, they are really skilled players they're really high level, right? And they win a lot. So clearly there's some good skill involved. Absolutely. Absolutely, there is some good skill involved, right? 100%. Managing the units that you get and turning them into compositions that you can use even if maybe the game isn't going in your favor is a huge skill factor in this game, and it's definitely something that is an important, valuable aspect to playing this game. But what I said, keep that in mind, isn't that this game is poorly balanced. It's that it feels poorly balanced. And that's, to me, where that comes from. That's why I have that experience. And I don't know if other people will have that same experience, right? That might just be a me problem. Maybe only I feel that way. I think I might sell this guy. Nah. I kind of want to get the 3-star. We're talking about how hard it is to get one, but here we are and we actually kind of nearly have one, right? Alright. Ooh. We doing okay? I think we are doing okay. Something I also struggled with at first is telling how well I'm doing in a fight. I still think it can sometimes be hard to see because there's so many visual effects, but I don't really see that as an issue. That's just something where you gotta get used to the game a little bit. This guy would be nice. He's a big old heavy guy, but we actually would really prefer a finished item. We can find this nerd later. I will just get this. It's literally just an item. We don't really care what it is. We just want an item. That's it. Alright, so another one of these. We're gonna go ahead and roll down a little bit now. Here we go. We put you in. That gives us 4 guardians. We can put some items on him. I think I will sell you 2. And we will just continue chilling. I mean, we've got the game pretty under control here. I'm not too worried about it. We have the 2-star Kali. We have this Kalphus. We're actually nearing a 3-star. I don't know if anybody else is playing Kalphus. No. So it's actually possible. We'll see. That's pretty good. Alright then. We'll go ahead and see what we can do. Blast people with the Kalphus. Thank you very much. Now, as much as I'm kind of trying to not sound as if I'm just complaining about the balance of this game, again, I was just trying to communicate how I think this game can feel unbalanced, right? But let me also not kind of chicken out here. I do believe this game is not very well balanced. Just in general. I think there are a lot of units in this game, like her, or which units do I like never ever see? Well, actually, this guy's terrible. Alright, this guy is terrible, this guy, all garbage. Olaf? Who even is Olaf, right? There's a lot of units that are bad, but more importantly, there's a couple of units that are just so dumb. These 4 in particular. You may notice that we are very late in the game and I still have them on the board. Well, do I have all of them on the board, actually? Yeah, I do have all of them on the board. That's not just because I'm lazy and I don't want to swap out my board. It's because they're just kind of broken. Because they give you a ton of synergies and really valuable synergies that scale into the late game. And they're just fantastic. Alright? That was definitely something that started frustrating me as I kept playing this game more and more and more. Yes, there is skill to the game. But that skill, to me, seemed mostly to be based around the managing your resources well. Right? The skill of the game isn't so much about playing the game. I don't know how to properly describe that. But instead, the skill is much more just about... where's my guy? No. I think we'll find the Kalphus. That skill is much more about managing your economy. It's a game about... Oh, I just rolled past one. Oh my god, am I not the worst? Well, I deserve that. Oh, there's another one. Alright, well, we didn't get there. Go ahead and just equip this on somebody. It's much more about managing your economy, right? So it's a game about gold. Not so much about units. And of course, every auto chess will have that element. But it feels much more pronounced in this game than in other games I've played. This is where I want to point to what I consider to be the gold standard of auto chess games. Right? In my opinion, still the one auto chess game that I think is the best. And that is Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I think Hearthstone Battlegrounds is truly just fantastic. It is so good. Way better than it has any right to be, if I'm completely honest. And Hearthstone Battlegrounds doesn't do things as restrictively as this game does it. In here... Aw. This dude holding a Carthus. How rude. Alright. Probably not getting him then. Here's the duplicates. These can only be used on a free cost thing. Oh, I guess, yeah, we can use them to get some money. You're right. Come on. Ah! Alright. No Carthus for us. So, for example, right here, remember how I said earlier this Annie is a really strong unit? We are now in the very late game, right? Only 2 players left alive. This Annie is still performing on the level of some of these really high-level units. Like, some of... I mean, this guy, look at him. Right, my carry probably did less damage than that Annie did. Isn't that kind of crazy? Because she's just so freaking powerful. Damn it. We might lose. Let me be clear here. What I did isn't the right play. I shouldn't have gone for these Carthuses. But I want to. I'm so close. I just want to have him. If we lose this game, then that's okay. I don't really mind. I'm much more interested in just, you know, talking about everything. So there over there, this is the Annie. We kind of have to hit this Annie with our Akali. Akali zooms to the backline. Oh no, she didn't zoom to the backline at all. Akali, what are you doing over there? Alright, Carthus. Buddy, I'm gonna need you to pull off a miracle here. Thanks for the money, buddy. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, he nearly gets there. He's pretty good, but like, not quite, not quite. And... no Carthus. How disappointing. Well, what do we do? I guess we just need another tank item, right? Literally anything that tanks us up. Shame. What a shame. What a shame. Alright then. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and move Akali around a little bit. I'm hoping if we put her here, we might be able to come in through the side and snipe out the left side units here, because Akali, she zips to the backline. That's why this unit is so good, because she will just target down the backline, the carries in the back like her. And hopefully we can do a bit better there. But no, she's just kind of like not going there. As Akali has different ideas as to what she should be doing. Alright, Carthus. Don't let me down, buddy. Nice. Good hit. Alright, we have this one heroic cannon. The 1-star cannon. Oh no, we got second. Oh, we didn't get it. Well, to be completely honest, we could have won that game pretty easily. But I wanted to see if we can get that free stuff. It's not really worth going for. Just to be absolutely clear, right? It's not really worth going for. I should have just sold my dudes, and I should have gone for, I should have just even keeping the money. We probably win that fight, because it makes my Carthus attack faster, because that's how the Gambler's Blade works. It gives me bonus attack speed if I just have money in hand. But that's okay. I just wanted to see if we can get there, right? I mean, that's the nice thing about unranked and not being in a tournament anymore. We can just kind of have some fun and do some stuff. So that's nice. Anyway, let's get ourselves into another game. Yeah, I do think this is a game, the more I played it, the more I got frustrated with it. And I don't know if that is entirely the game's fault. It might just be because I didn't really enjoy the tournament and ranked environment so much. I was taking it very seriously, and in a way, when I got knocked out this morning, I was actually quite disappointed. Although, I gotta be honest, again, I got 9th place. I had to learn this game from scratch. I don't think I should really be that disappointed there. I did, however, get knocked out by 5 points. It's just the worst part is I tried to make up some points in the morning right before the knockout, and I was in the game, was doing really well. There were 3 players left, and if I had gotten second place, I would have had enough points to stay in the competition. But I kept fighting the one dude that could beat me. I could beat, like, there were 3 players, one of which I could beat and one of which I couldn't. And I just kept fighting the guy that I couldn't beat. And that was just disappointing as hell. That was just like, oh, why do you do this to me? That is just brutal. Okay, this time around, we will talk a lot more about all of the other mechanics in this game, right? So we've looked at the core mechanics. I've described a little bit of the balance to you. I think you might notice the balance discussion a bit more as we will go through additional games, as we go through additional matches. But we will talk about all of the other elements that I've kind of been skipping over so far. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Loading in takes a little while, by the way. I don't really know why that is. It doesn't seem like it would be that heavy of a game, but loading is just kind of slow. It's just how it is. Gives me a time to pour a cup of tea, though, because I'm kind of thirsty. But yeah, on the one hand, I am a little sad that we got knocked out. But I am also relieved. Because I'm going to be completely honest, I've been letting this tournament ruin my life. I've been neglecting pretty much all of my other work to just like try and learn this game. And yesterday, I streamed an entire day and I gained 0 MMR. I gained 0 points of ranking. And I think it was just because I was so drained, if that makes sense. I was so mentally drained out of studying this game non-stop for like a week and a half at that point that I couldn't do it anymore. And I don't think I could have kept going today in any serious capacity. You know, it is annoying though, because yesterday evening I was in 5th position, but then a lot of the people that had just been playing casually, that had clearly played the game a lot more beforehand, they ended up playing overnight and got a lot of ranking, which is unfortunate, but oh well. There are a couple of people in my bracket that have clearly played the game a lot more than me. But again, it's not that it was a requirement to have never played the game. That was not a requirement. I don't want to like pretend as if that is somehow their fault. They didn't do anything wrong there. Come on, game, get us in there. What's taking so long? Unbelievable, unbelievable. Will you continue playing? No, I have no plans to continue playing this game. I gotta be completely honest with you. Why wouldn't I just play Hearthstone Battlegrounds instead? Hearthstone Battlegrounds is just a better game. It's just a better game. A point that I will make as we go through multiple matches, and I want to do multiple matches today, right, is that this game doesn't give you that many different builds for the late game. There's no real significant variety. You just always get the best units with predetermined synergies. There's no real variety in items. You always just get the items that are the best items. Oh, let's get this, actually. You always just get the items that are the best items. And that's just how it is. This first thing here is an Augment selector where we do a little vote. It's not really a vote. Instead, it will randomly select one person. You can see that guy was on their own over there, but selected that one anyway. Right? We'll select one person, but if you have more people on one button, then of course then you have a higher chance of that. So what this does is your team gains 10% attack speed and bonus movement speed. So everybody just has some extra attack speed now, and we all run a little bit faster. And that's pretty much it. These modifiers can be pretty impactful, and also, you know, not. All right, let's play Annie. So, this right here is Annie. This is the unit that we were going up against earlier. That actually ended up winning the lobby. You see, this is a one-cost unit. She is not expensive. You get her right at the very beginning of the game. Annie is stupidly powerful. Oh my god, she is so unbelievably overwhelmingly strong. Especially considering how early in the game you get her. What we're gonna do with Annie is we're going to go for the same 4 units. These 4 again. Yeah, it's always these 4. Because what they do is they give us a ton of synergies, but they also give us super fan, which gives our Annie a free item. And that's really good, because we need to make sure she has the good items, the right items. Now, this game has a concept called best in slot. Oh, let me just come in here. Build this item over here. I think this is probably okay. Oh, I might regret putting this on her now. Alright, let's go ahead and... Let's just reroll this too. Let's just get this. Let's just get this. That's okay. We'll just get an item like you. We'll level up here. Which is maybe the wrong choice. Some people would argue it is. But I think it's fine. Alright, we want to put the Nash's Tooth on you, Annie. Some people will argue you shouldn't level up here because it reduces the chances of finding more Annies. I think leveling up is fine because it makes us much more powerful. It makes it so that we don't lose HP while fighting. And we don't have to fully commit into playing Annie just yet. So, you always go into the same units here, right? For example, Yasuo, this right here, you never play him. I've never seen anybody play him. I've tried playing him once and he's terrible. This unit over here, Jinx, I mean, I guess you can play her. There are strats that use her, but they don't win. You can't win with it, so you don't play it. That's just a part of it. Oh, we got Nico. Oh. Oh. Alright. Goodbye, buddy. We don't need you anymore. Well, that's kind of interesting. That's a really early Nico. There's a whole bunch of units. Like, there is a Lux build, but it's not really that good. There is definitely not a Mosher build. Jax, why would you play him? He's not really that good. This guy? Vi? Well, she's part of the punk lineup I mentioned, but the punk lineup, again, not really that good. So there isn't really much of a reason to play her. And again, Moshers, that's just not a build. That doesn't exist. Units have best in slot items. What that means is there are certain items that we just know are the best items on those units. And that comes down to what I believe to be a problem with League of Legends core mechanics. So the problem here, in my opinion, with the item system is that League of Legends core mechanics is what TFT is also based upon, right? So it uses the same stuff, same armor, same HP, same damage calculations, AP, AD, all of that stuff is the same. The problem is that it's shit. That may sound harsh. It might be a little bit too harsh, to be completely honest. But League of Legends core mechanics just aren't really that good. I will make that statement. I don't really care if that makes people upset, but I don't think it's not here, right? Y'all aren't gonna get too mad about that. But yeah, I just don't think they're that good. Why do I not think they're that good? Well, the problem really comes down to the fact that they are mostly just different ways of expressing the same thing over and over again. So AP and AD, what is the difference between those? Well, for example, right here you can see Annie's Disintegrate spell deals magic damage, 298 magic damage, and then there's this little AP symbol here. So that means she scales with AP. If she has more ability power, then she will deal more damage. Different units scale with different stuff. If we look at Corki right here, he mostly scales with physical damage and a little bit with AP, I guess, but mostly just the physical damage. Different units scale with different stuff. We need the sword if we can get it. That would be ideal. But we'll see. We get last pick because we have full HP. I guess you could argue that's why it's maybe a bad idea to do well early with Annie, but this is okay too. Picking a blue buff, I think that also works, right? We'll get blue buff. It's not gonna be best in slot Annie, but yeah, that's okay. I think we're fine. Just put this on her. So now she has more mana here. This gives her mana. This gives her attack speed. She'll just be going hard. That's pretty much it. So the thing about these mechanics is that you might say, okay, wait, what's the problem with that? This is fine, right? Like, it's just you deal magic damage and then you have scale of ability power. Well, the thing is that it's kind of weird what scales what, right? Like, this scales with physical damage, this scales with magic damage. But it's, first of all, I find it a bit difficult to guess what scales with what. Let me put it that way. For example, this right here, Katarina, did you see her ability right there? Here, look at this. She throws a dagger around. Just instinctually, what do you think this scales with? Do you think this is physical damage, so it scales with attack damage? Or do you think that is magic damage and it scales with magic damage? With ability, with AP instead of AD? What do you think? Well, it's magic. That's a magic ability. It scales with magic. Just how it is. It's just been arbitrarily decided that that's how it is. And that's really it, right? The lady that's using the gun, on the other hand, she is scaling this right here. She scales with physical damage, although a little bit with magic damage as well. Right, again, it is just a little bit arbitrary. But the thing is that because these systems are really just the same thing expressed in a different way, you just kind of get whatever is best, right? Like, you wouldn't ever want to build an attack damage item on Annie because, well, it's not the right item for her. It's not the best item for her. And you want the definitive best item, and we just know objectively what that is. A lot of these items just kind of have these trigger effects or passive effects. There is no such thing as an active item with a duration, something like that, right? I guess you could sort of argue that, you know, maybe possibly something like... I need to put a unit down. You could possibly argue that something like these Gambler or Rascal Gloves, maybe they are an active effect, or the way this makes you start with somewhat full mana, not really. Like, after casting ability, gain 40% attack speed. Sort of, I guess, right? But the thing is that the items are just so straightforward in how they work. We gain 10 armor and 10 magic resistance for each enemy targeting the holder. Because of their simplicity, it's just really hard to strongly argue one way or the other that something has utility past the point of just giving the best numbers, if that makes sense. Alright, we want to get rid of this. I don't know if I'm making this point in a way that really resonates, that seems sensible. But if I compare this to Dota, in Dota, you have items that are entirely utility. Let's be completely honest. Nobody has ever bought a Force Staff for stats. Alright? Yeah, I mean, BKB stats aren't the worst thing in the world, but... you know, great. Alright, nice. Wait, Jambastine, thanks for the 72 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here for such a long time. Gotta go ahead and pick something here. Or just get some extra money. That seems okay. We kind of want 2 more emo units down. If we can. Because then our Annie will cast every second hit. Which she's currently not. Nash's Tooth isn't active for the duration. I mean, maybe. But like, I gotta say, in here they are really, really simple. Maybe comparing to Dota is not a fair comparison. But we can, and I think this is a fair comparison, we can compare to Dota Auto Chess. And in Dota Auto Chess, you do have stuff like BKB and Satanic. They do exist. And the units will just use them intelligently, or somewhat intelligently. Right? And to me, those items, they just feel fundamentally different than they do here. Where here, we just know what the best item is. You're just told. There's a website. Just look it up. Just buy the best item. Why aren't you just gonna put the best item? Alright. That's a big factor of this game. It's all about just do the best thing. You gotta do the best thing. Right? My experience has been, I find the early game to be really fun. I greatly enjoy the early stages of the game as I'm playing it. We're not doing reroll Annie. Friends, we're gonna use Annie for the early game, but then that's it. We're definitely not using her for any more than that. I hope that's okay and you don't get too mad at me. The early game I find really interesting because there's lots of different compositions you can do to try and get some early power and build an early win streak and make it into the late game. The late game, you just always build the same stuff. Okay. Oh, this guy has some 3 stars already? Oh, what's going on there? Holy shit. So this dude stayed on a low level and rerolled. Alright? Yeah, level 5. No money. You can see how much money they have over there. Level 5 and no money. With hedge fund. That is so weird. Okay. What a funky little strategy. Oh, we gotta get ourselves some items. Something that makes sense. We have a blue buff and Nash's Tooth, which we can use for Coffers. Yep, you better believe we're getting Coffers. We probably want the sword though. Because we can use the sword to build something with this. With the Negatron Cloak, we can build the Bloodthirster. Which is a pretty good item to have. Sell you. Level up. Put you in. I will just put the Bloodthirster on this fella for now. Here we go. In high MMR, people sometimes just use hedge fund or rich get richer for early game money and then compound it later when you start to win streak. Sure, you can do that. What counts as high MMR? I looked it up. Emerald is top 1% of players. Does that count as high? Oh, there we go. Get you. Look at this Annie. She's so strong. She's so strong. So we want a Mumu. Oh, hey, look at who we found. Here's our buddy. Our best of friends. Our bestest friend. And we love this guy. Chat, push him on if you love that guy. Such a good boy. Alright. We're gonna be going into our next round here again. You can see I've got like pretty much nothing leveled up yet. I'm not really too fussed about it. Because we're still doing good on just kind of general levels here. And that's entirely because we have got this Annie. Because Annie is just crazy. Look at this guy. This guy has a higher level headliner. Has multiple units leveled up to tier 2. And it just wasn't even that close. Okay. Bard? No. Yeah, we can do like a Bard strategy later. But we'll see. These guys jump to the back, so we kind of want to protect our Annie a little bit. I'll make sure she doesn't get hit. There we go, Annie. And the funny thing is, it's mostly just because we slammed these items. Like, that's a really important part. You want to just slam your items early so you can get... Oh, what is this? Ugh. Alright. Did we go for it? Ugh. I think we just chill. I mean, ideally, we already roll down a little bit to find some stuff. But like, honestly speaking, we're in such a good spot right now. I don't really see the need to. We can just take it easy. And we'll be fine. And then we have a bit more money. Like, even if we lose this round at this stage, we're already level 8. I don't really care that much. And I wouldn't even say it's a given that we lose this. Because Annie is very, very powerful. Looks like we're gonna lose though. No, Annie! Annie! No! Okay then. Nope. I already have a little swords. This is good. We'll get this. We will get this. There's a guy. Goodbye, Annie. Everybody say goodbye, Annie, and thank her for her service. Hello, Kalphus. Guys. We've got good Annie. Alright. Put this Kalphus over here. Probably go like this so we get our synergies going on. I want this guy in. Oh, I don't really need you. I guess... No, I did not lose Executioner. I guess I don't really need Fresh right now. Yeah, I guess Fresh is the least useful, funnily enough. Well, it's kind of weird, but I guess that's just how it is. Alright, we put these two on you. You can have Death Blades, thank you very much. This guy has a 2-star Kalphus, just like... Just not cheated. Not even a headliner, just a 2-star Kalphus. That's kind of crazy. That's insane. Interesting. So, at this stage, we just kind of want to level up our crap a little bit. Or just roll down a tad. This is what's called rolling down, where you just kind of, you know, level up some stuff. Even at the cost of your economy a tad. You don't want to lose too much economy, but a little bit losing is fine. Okay. I think I will just duplicate this one. Get the Echo in there. And we could get you. We are pentakilled. So we might want to build a pentakill lineup. Which is a synergy. We haven't really talked about what the different synergies do. And that may seem a bit weird. But the thing is, the synergies just don't actually do that much. They are all just this, for example, Guardians, they gain a shield. KDA gives you stats. Pentakill gives you damage and more damage if you get a kill. Sentinel gives you stats. True damage gives you stats. Crowd divers give you stats, but when they die, they yeet themselves at their opponents. That's actually one that does something interesting. But Executioner gives you crit chance and stats. It's just stats. Mosher just gives you stats. They're all stats. They're all just different variations of stats. Everything just gives you stats. Spellweaver gives you stats. Country, that one not so much, that gives you a dude. Like gives you a horse that fights for you. I like that one. Alright, so we can get this guy, possibly. Maybe we don't play KDA. But I have him now. I feel like I should. So if I get this in... I have... how many super fans do I have? 4 super fans. I mean, I guess we could not play Nico. That does work. Yeah, I guess we don't play KDA, really. Alright, that seems fine. We get rid of Nico. Give you this. We need to adjust our lineup a tad. To make sure that we have this all proper. We do still want Akali. No, that's still definitely a unit that we're looking for. Because, here, look, this guy has a level 2 Akali. And it's 3 versus 1. And it's not close. It's just not even a little bit close. Not remotely. Alright, so we have some items that we can put. The question now... So I will definitely put these on you. We need to find... So Akali is nice because she also gives us Executioner. The problem is that it would... True damage would take over. I don't need Echo. So Akali is a weird unit. She has 2 different forms. She has a true damage form and she has a KDA form. The form is based upon which units you have in play. If you have more true damage units, you get a true damage Akali. If you have more KDA units, you get a KDA Akali. And if it's even, then you can pick. The problem is, we don't have KDA. So our Akali would be true damage, because we do have true damage. The problem is, with that, is that KDA Akali is bad. Wait, wrong way around. True damage Akali is bad. She's terrible. You don't want her. KDA Akali, on the other hand, amazing. So I think what we do here is we actually sell Echo and use Akali instead of Echo. I think that way we can get what we're looking for. That seems like the way to go. Let's assume we can find her. Because that's definitely a big factor here. Can we even get her? This guy, no Akali just yet. This guy isn't going for it. There's a 2-star, so that's 3 out of the pool. No Akali here, no Akali here. Okay, so we can definitely find her. Probably worth rolling down for it. We do want to make sure we get this going on. There we go, very good. Wait, I already have her. No, no, there's just a weird visual bug. So we want to get the Akali in. Wait, that's the wrong unit. There we go. What we also need is we need to go to level 9. Because level 9 is where the really spicy units are at. And we actually have some options there this time around, because we have some interesting additional space that we can use. First, we gotta get this Akali into play though. So, we get rid of you, put Akali in, so you can see she's true damage right now. But now, she's KDA. So this comes on you, and then we give you this, and then we actually got kind of lucky on these items. We can give you those. Then we have some garbage here, which doesn't really help. I'll just get this for now. It doesn't really matter at this stage. So we've got the Akali now. This guy also has Kalphis. So we ideally want to knock this fella out if we can. Because this guy is also contesting a lot of our pentakill units that we might want to go for. Oh my god, wow. Alright. Well, this isn't going so well right now. We might be boring out of this game early. Nah, we've got a lot of money. Alright, we gotta make sure we level up a bit. I think we just go to 9 now. Roll down a little bit. There's a Yorick. That's good. This guy is pretty strong. Level 2 Yorick. She's very powerful. Alright, we'll put her in for now. That should be pretty good. It might be better to get an additional unit that can do some damage, but I think this is probably okay. This fella can be pretty scary, so I'm keeping him around. Alright then. We're still looking for the Akali if we can. But honestly, just this guy at level 2, that makes a huge difference. He summons a bunch of ghouls. That's actually a pretty fun effect, I have to say. I wish the game had more effects like that. A lot of the abilities that the units have are fairly unimpressive. But some of them are really neat. I like that one because he summons a bunch of ghouls, which I think is just pretty cool. That's just a cool thing to be doing. Alright. Probably get this Giant Slayer here. Because it also gets us a 1 tick closer to a 2-star on him. And then we could potentially move some items over. I mean, I don't really know if this Akali is really actually gonna be doing that much. We could replace her with another Guardian. Alright then, I definitely am not going for this Kalphus. Alright, there's a Mordekaiser, we can upgrade the Mordekaiser. Well, we didn't really get much there. To be honest, I'm feeling more inspired by this guy, because I like his music. I think he's cool, he's classic. He's also more of a damage unit, which seems more valuable at the current point in time. Alright then. Kalphus is still doing a lot of damage. So what this guy does is he summons these little violence. And then after you have 4, they start shooting. Which is a pretty powerful effect, to be honest. The music is so good. The music is so good, right? We can also go 6. I'm just gonna hedge both of these. I'm gonna keep both these options open. Yeah. It would be nice to get one of them upgraded though. I know we've been complaining about the game a lot over the past few minutes. Please don't take this as me saying I hate this game or anything like that. I really like the game. The music is fantastic. I had a great time playing it. And honestly, I think a lot of my negative experiences with it were just accelerated by the fact that I was playing the game just way too much in way too small of a time frame. And that's really on me. Ooh, can the ghouls do it? No, they can't. Alright, we made it to another creep wave though. I think the Akali gotta go. We gotta get rid of the Akali. It's not that she's a bad unit, she's an excellent unit. But I would like these items on him. And the only way we can get those items is if we sell her. She's also just a 1-star. And I don't know if we're getting there. Like, we honestly just don't have the money. So it might be better to get rid of her so I can get the items. That's definitely the main reason why I want to sell her. I wouldn't mind keeping her if I could keep the items as... Oh, look at that! Magnetic remover. This lets me unequip items. That works. That makes things easier. Nope, we're getting rid of her. So we got a level 2 Ziggs. We'll just slap this guy in there. You get a Rage Blade, buddy. And then, what else are we getting here? Steadfast Heart for the front line. Guard Breaker for the back line. We definitely give you this. We give... Blood... Oh, well, that's actually a tricky part now. Alright, I'm just gonna... I don't know if this item is any good. I don't know if this itemization makes any sense, to be honest. But these are just really powerful units. Also, we now get to have Hyperpop in our mix. Apparently, we only have Hyperpop in our mix now. Alright. Oh, wow. This guy is really strong. Got us? Nice. Oh, music. Didn't work at the end there. That's a bit disappointing. Alright. 4th place. That's just how it is. Bloodthirster on Jhin, maybe? I don't know. The problem was that right there. So, why didn't that work? Because we didn't have a Spear of Sojin on Jhin. That's a really important aspect. Because what Jhin does is he needs to attack to get his mana up to then summon the Violence. And the Violence is really how he deals a lot of damage. But it takes him 3 attacks to get there with his normal mana generation. Spear of Sojin changes that to 2. That's what I'm talking about if they are best in slot items. There's just a best option there. And if my last little anvil that I had, if that had a Spear of Sojin in it, oh, I wanted to play again. If that had a Spear of Sojin in it, I could have equipped it on him, and we probably would have won that fight. That's what I mean with the game feels really luck-dependent at times. Because it is, in a way, you know? Like, maybe there was a different decision I could have made. Maybe we could have sold the Karthus and then put the blue buff on the guy. Maybe that would have been better. But I don't know. That's where, honestly, you're asking too much of me. What happens if there's no slot on the bench for the Violence? Then he doesn't spawn them. You do need to have space on the bench. That's kind of... That's like one of the conditions for using that unit. Alright then. But you saw that, you know, we are seeing the same lineups over and over again. It's difficult to express this, right? This is one of those points where I think it's a really big, important part of the game, and it's one of the big things that I think are unfortunate about the game. That there's so little kind of late game composition variety. But it's difficult to just showcase that across the couple of games we're going to be playing today, right? It's also one of those things where you might then say, well, doesn't every game have a meta? Absolutely. But if I compare it to something like Hearthstone Battlegrounds, in Hearthstone Battlegrounds you can do so many different things. Like you're not locked in the same way that you're here. Hearthstone Battlegrounds, the difference here, let me try phrasing this differently. In TFT, we know what the best things are, and we are working towards having that best thing. It's not necessarily about any other expression. You aren't really playing to be particularly creative with what you're doing. You're just going for what will be most likely to get you to that best composition, to the best items. There's always a best thing to do. While in a game like Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you have a lot more variety. There's a much larger unit pool, and those units you're more likely to upgrade just because there's also a larger amount of each of them, right? So in Hearthstone Battlegrounds you can't... Corki. Corki's interesting, but I kind of don't want him. I don't think we're playing Corki here. It's a pretty good unit. We could use him, but I think we'll wait. Maybe we can find Annie again. Annie is better. But in a late game in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, right? So in Hearthstone Battlegrounds you can't get a 3-star, you can only get 2 stars, you can only get goldens. But the highest tier units, which are tier 6 units in a normal game, don't come at me about tier 7, I don't want to hear about it. But in a normal game, the highest tier you can find are tier 6 units. And of those, there are 8. Which is quite a lot. Don't want this. After 6-player combats, choose 1 of 4 support items. This is too slow. I don't really have anything I want to duplicate. Yeah, we'll get the healing orbs. Yeah, there wasn't a great selection there, unfortunately. That all was kind of stinky. So we didn't get anything good. Yeah. We just didn't get anything good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play for money. We're just gonna lose. It's fine. We're gonna lose these early rounds fully, 100%, knowingly and intentionally. I'm not even gonna use my items because I know we have nothing right now. And I would rather go to 10 gold so I can get my interest going. And then there's, in the same way there's a win streak, there's also a lose streak. So we're gonna lose streak for probably the first stage. Just gonna be losing every fight. And instead of going for a strong starting build like we did in the previous games, we're just gonna get some money going and then hopefully find something good afterwards. Well, we could... No, I don't have anything for it, honestly. Like, we could try to play Cannon here. Get him in, get Gnar in. But it isn't actually that strong, I think. I think we'll just keep dying. Like, we'll just keep losing. It's fine. What this also does is it gives us a chance of finding a better headliner, right? We're like just kind of letting this roll. And we're not gonna buy any lackluster units. Instead, we'll just suffer a bit. What do the anvils do? We can sell an anvil to get a component. I'm not doing that right now because I don't know what items I'm gonna want. Because currently we have no units. So it's fine. Yeah, we're just not gonna use them. I'm not a big fan of this dude. I have tried playing him before. And every time I play this dude, I put him in. He just kind of, like, he's okay for a round or two and then really quickly stops being irrelevant. Stops being relevant. He just isn't very good. Hey, Peacekeeper AI, thanks for the Twitch Prime, appreciate it. It makes a huge difference if you get a good unit in your early shop rolls. Good headliners change everything, right? Because now I can't win streak, and instead I am just intentionally losing, right? And that's just how it's gonna be. We're just gonna suffer here. Oh, we might... Oh, no. Can we win this? No way we can win this. They've got Annie. The problem is we have Gnar, who's actually a pretty strong unit. And this Annie doesn't have any items. Okay. I don't know if Gnar is strong enough, to be honest. I don't think he is. Good, we lose. Yeah. Although the healing orbs are a bit... Oh, no. No, we won! Okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. Just means our lose streak is kind of dead. Because we somehow won a fight. But now we get first pick here. Bow is always really nice. In particular because we already have a needlessly large rod that lets us build a Gunsus Rageblade, which gives our units a stacking 5% attack speed. Incredibly powerful item, really easy slam, nearly always gonna be useful, and we're just gonna go for that. It's just an item that is better than many other items. And that's just what it comes down to. Alright, okay, this is what we're doing. We're not gonna lose streak. We're gonna go ahead and play some Gnar. Get him in. Get you out. Fuck it, just get you in as well. Just get these bad boys in. We give you the Rage Blade. We could build a Sunfire Cape, but let's pop these now. We build Steadfast Heart, which is a really easy slam as well. And we build a Warmox Armor. These are just nice tank items. So our Gnar is a monster and should be able to let us win streak from here. Look at him. Yeah, Headliner Gnar has the special ability of transforming. So, Headliners have multiple effects. First of all, they give you the benefit of immediately getting a 2-star unit. Secondly, they give you a boost into one of their synergies. So, this Gnar gives us 2 pentakill synergies instead of just 1. And then, they also have a special headliner effect. So what this one does is usually Gnar transforms into Giga Gnar after a little while, But our Gnar, because he's a headliner, transforms immediately. Which is nice. Most of the time, though, headliner effects are just stats. They're just stats. Not that interesting. They don't do very much either. Yeah. But hey, I guess some stats is nice, right? Anyway, we've got 2 Gnars just gnarring this guy down. Alright, come on, Gnar. Get him. Very good. Yeah, we went from lose streaking to win streaking. I mean, we're not gonna complain about it, right? So we might want to get this guy just because he's a mosher. And that makes our Gnar have a synergy. Creep rounds aren't particularly difficult, so it's not really something we need to stress about. Very nice. Take this guy down. Thank you. Get ourselves some stuff. Gonna pick these up. I really like that these rewards fly out of there as these little boxes. I think that's very fun. I appreciate that. Alright then. I think I will level up here. I may have been a little too slow on that. Put you in, another Mosher. Does that help us in any way to have that extra Mosher? Not really. But like possibly, if we get another one, right, Vi or Urgot, we can get 4 Moshers and then use Gnar as just the moshing machine. I mean, that's looking fairly likely, I have to say. And in we go. This guy already has a 2-star Nico. So you can see it's very much the same units that we've been seeing all the time. It's just the same units over and over and over again. I'm pretty glad that we get to use Gnar here, because he's not actually one of the super standard units, although we have been seeing him too. It's because he's a super fan, and super fans are just very, very good. Alright, Gnar. Can he do it? No way. He might have been able to if we had that last Mosher there. Or Pentakill. I gotta get these synergies online. This is not so good. This is not so good. Sticks and stones. Champions that aren't holding items shred and sunder enemies for 3 seconds. Physical damage sunders for 30% and magic damage shreds for 30%. Shred reduces magic resistance, Sunder reduces armor. So this just makes our targets a bit weaker to our attacks. This is another one of those things where you just kind of need to figure out the lingo. You are supposed to have Shred and Sunder on your team in some capacity, and I try to incorporate it when I can. Alright, I kind of want to level up here. Just give it one roll. Alright, we didn't get shit. Just put in another Gnar. It's just Gnar City. That's where we are. We're just Gnaring it up today, friends. Yeah, that roll was a bit questionable, to be honest, but I'm just kind of like hoping to get the win streak going. Because I feel like we are so close to being strong, but not quite there. I mean, look at him go. Nice. That's my boy. That's my boy. Okay, so this is a pretty big unit, but we don't have a way to use it. And Gragas actually has some synergies. You get Bruiser online for what it's worth. Put these Gnars over there. Put in the Echo probably. Look at this garbage. I mean, Actually, you know what? The smart play would probably be to get the Ezreal. Because that's a 4-cost unit that's actually fairly powerful. We can sell the Gnar and put the S in. That's definitely better. Kind of like my Gnar though. Should we do the smart thing? We should do the smart thing, right? Alright. Let's go. Oh my god. No, I'm not getting rid of this guy. You can't make me. This is my boy. I am... No. Oh, my dead fucking body. Are we getting rid of this now? We're getting rid of him later. But not right now. Right now, I wanna enjoy him for as long as I can. Alright then. Probably just get an armor piece, because this also gives us pentakill. This gives us Kale, who is a pentakill unit, and then we get a chain vest, which is a really nice item, because it builds into a variety of tanking tools. Alright, get our super fans. We definitely put you in. Very good, pentakill. So what does pentakill do? Again, it gives us damage reduction. And whenever we get a kill, pentakill champions gain a bonus damage, increasing bonus damage. And they also get bonus damage as a baseline. So Gnar is significantly more powerful now. Which is exactly what we like to see. Kind of need to keep these items because we might want to upgrade them into something particular. But we're probably not using this fella, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this armor on him for now. Alright. Oh my god, he's so strong! Let's go, my boy! What a monster. What a monster! This right here is what I enjoy most about Auto Battlers. I love these kinds of moments. When you have weird compositions with weird units that you're just kind of making work anyway, and you have some variety, right? Your endgame board doesn't look the same. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. I don't know if I finished that thought. I apologize if I didn't. If I'm playing TFT, I am working towards a specific endgame that we know is the best. If I'm playing Hearthstone Hearthstone Battlegrounds, I am just trying to freestyle my way into something good. Yes, there are certain builds that we know are strong, but if you're playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds, your endgame build will almost never look the same compared to your previous endgame build. They will always be different. Winning builds for every lobby will always look different. With rare exceptions, sometimes the game is incredibly poorly balanced and then that doesn't happen. But most of the time, like for example right now, where I think the game is in a really good shape, you do have a large variety of different options. But if you come here, and I want to make sure that it doesn't seem like I'm just talking out of my ass on this. So let me go ahead and give you some statistics. This right here is who is currently, I believe, the best player in the world, right? Number one in NA, maybe not in the world, but number one in NA. And if we look at his most recent games, you can see it's always the same units over and over again. That's what he does. Always plays to 9 and then buys the same units over and over again. Yeah, there's a specific build that is just the strongest. Oh, I forgot to show it. I am sorry. I was in the wrong tab. Man, today my stream coordination isn't on top of everything, is it now? Apologies, wait a second. So, here. So this guy, right, number 1 in NA. And if you look here, it's just the same stuff repeated over and over again. It's the same units repeated over and over again. Because there's a specific end game build that is just the best build. Alright. We'll probably get this one. Alright, we have another Gnar. I want to do things with this Gnar, but it's just... It's not a good idea. Is anybody playing Misfortune? Jazz, but not Misfortune. Oh, we could go Misfortune reroll. Alright, friends. Say goodbye to Gnar. You did great, buddy. You were the best. Alright, we found Misfortune. Very good. We are losing this round, but that's okay. You monster. So, we're playing Misfortune. That's a different build. It's also very powerful, so that might be going against what I've been saying. However, do you guys want to have a guess what units are going to be in this build? I mean, I think you already know. Let me go ahead and just... I gotta assemble a couple of things here. We need you. Because Misfortune is gonna be these guys. So give us 1,000,000 synergies. Then we get Misfortune herself. We get Bard for her synergy. And then we get Kaiser. And that's the whole build. Just the same guys again, more or less. Misfortune is a simple unit. She just attacks. But she's very, very powerful. Just incredibly, incredibly strong. She just punches people to death. That's it. And then we're gonna come in here. There's a Misfortune. What we care about here right now is we just want to get all of the Misfortunes we can. Because we want to get her to 3-star. Ideally. We can use blue stuff. We can give it to Bard. If we find Bard. Never mind. This guy's gone anyway. Probably just get a tank thing. This right here is magic resistance. We can build an adaptive helm, I guess. Or oh, do we have armor? Oh, nice. We can build a Gargoyle Stoneplate. That's actually very good for us. All right, we get you. So right now we are looking for just the missing pieces, right? There's a couple of units that we don't have yet that we're hoping to find so that we can use them with Misfortune. Then we will put this on you. The difference with the build that we're doing right now is we're not going to 8, we're not going to 9. This is, strictly speaking, not optimal. We should be going to 8, we should be going to 9. That is the better strategy. But I am trying to show you a bit of a variety of like possible playstyles. This right here, as much as I am kind of talking it down a bit, Misfortune is a very, very, very strong unit. Incredibly powerful. And if you can get a Misfortune composition going, it is undeniably one of the strongest in the game, and it can win a lobby. It's just, you kind of need to make sure that you get the Misfortune 3-star, which is nearly impossible if somebody else is also going for Misfortune, because keep in mind, there's very small unit counts. Very, very small unit counts. Alright, so we've got you. Do we buy Echo? I don't think we go for Echo. Alright, there's a cannon. So I get rid of you. I get rid of you. I put you in. I put you in. We get super fan. So now we have 5 synergies here. Does this guy do anything? No. So we can get in Kaiser. We could go for a Kali. We might need a Kali. Possibly. I don't know. Probably not. But at the worst case scenario, we're just griefing somebody from getting a Kali themselves, which is probably good for us. And we just gotta... There we go. That's it. That's it. Nice. So we have all of our units. Jazz is an interesting synergy. I like Jazz, right? Jazz is still just stats, but what it does do is it has a specific way of giving you those stats. So it will give you 2% bonus HP and 1% bonus damage to your entire team. Oh, can we win? Nice. Very good. 2% bonus HP and 1% bonus damage to your entire team for each active trait. So what we're trying to do is maximize how many active traits we've got. So we come in here, get rid of set, put this in. Yes, we did remove Nar. I know I am a monster. I am sorry. How could I do this to you, chat? And I think we're selling him, if I'm completely honest. Sorry, buddy. Alright. We don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need you. So, what's kind of the optimal thing for us, what's the best thing that can happen is if we get this Misfortune to a 3-star. But that kind of depends on if our players have a lot of misfortunes. So this guy has 5. I believe there are 17 in the pool. Is that right? We have 6. So it is possible. It is risky, but let's just roll it down. Let's play the composition. Well, maybe we can get this eco going. Who knows? Echo. Alright, let's get this here. We want to see if we can get any fun items. Nothing really. Ooh, this is kind of tough. But we have this Echo tanking and Misfortune does a lot of damage. Oh, oh no, Echo. Buddy. Do it! You can get him! Yeah. See, that's the difference between a unit with items and a unit without. Oh, shit. Alright. Very good. There's more Misfortune. And... oh, man. This guy? Who was it? This guy has, still at 5. Jojen on Bard. Oh, yeah. I gotta equip this stuff. Bard is actually level 2 now, so he can have some items too. Here you go, buddy. Have a good time. So we're just giving Bard some items. He's not our main unit that we're using. But he's definitely not terrible. Oh no, Echo. Oh no, we got bonked. Oh. Ooh, interesting. We can get... so we've got another Jazz unit here. This guy isn't very strong. It's a pretty bad unit, to be honest. But it does give us 4 Jazz. I think we do that. We do need to level up though. Try to find a Misfortune first. This guy is still at 5. Lucian is bugged. I know. Everybody keeps telling me that Lucian is bugged. That's fine. We don't really care about Lucian for his ability, we care about him for his synergy. Which is something I like about this build. I like that this makes us think a lot more into that direction. Although it still uses a lot of the same units. Oh. Oh no. Can we find those last 2 misfortune? Alright, it's only 4 players left in the pool. Red buff would probably be good. It's just something for Bard to do. Because Bard right now, it's not really that strong. A problem we have as well is that we just have 1 frontline unit. How many? Ah, he's found another one. We are at 6, 7, 13. I mean, 1 3-star is possible. One of us gotta be able to find it. Oh, I already have this guy. I don't need you. I'm just greeting hard for it now. Come on. So that's not good. Oh no. Yep. If you got the EMF from the carousel, you would have had it. Did I miss one there? Apologies. Hey, I'm not perfect, okay? I'm like, one of the big things I'm trying to kind of like express my thoughts about this game a little bit. And playing at the same time. Maybe we just get a champion duplicator from the creep round. Who knows? Alright. Yeah. Okay, I mean, we just gotta find it. That's really it. That's the whole secret. We just gotta get there. We're rolling on level 7 instead of leveling up, because at level 7, we have a higher chance of finding this tier of unit, a 3-star unit. It's the highest chance. So, but so far luck has not been on our side. Okay. Let's take this guy down. Give me a duplicator. Come on, what do I need that much gold for? Oh, I didn't get shit. Nope. We can just put an item, I guess. Get ourselves another tank online. Not the worst thing in the world. So we gotta be fighting this. I think there we want to make sure Misfortune is over here. Actually, we want to make sure she's in the middle. So that Akali doesn't go for her immediately. I'm not sure why the Akali is all the way in the back. It's definitely not where she should be. Yeah, this guy is really strong. He's got a couple of 3-stars mostly. It's actually not that good a build. But we just have all of our power in those misfortunes on the bench. Oh, friends. This is... I really like these like kind of kill animations. They're very fun. Oh, man. Yeah, so that lineup right there. This is why you can't really play those kinds of lineup, right? So you got to see it. You got to see the problem a little bit. We couldn't do that. We couldn't win there. Because we just didn't find the misfortune we needed. We just didn't get the unit. And then we lost. And we didn't get the unit because somebody else was also going for it. And honestly, at that point, what we should have said, if we were playing smartly, is that we just don't go for it. You can never go for anything that's contested because of the small unit pools. And that's something where they've actually, weirdly, that unit pool is smaller in this set than in previous sets. So in set 9, the units pools were actually bigger. And I don't know why they reduced it. I find that very, very strange. That's very surprising to me. Alright then, first augment prismatic. Sure. Prismatic just means it's a really, really powerful one. They're silver, gold, and prismatic, which is fun. I like that they are, you know, kind of, there's a bit of a range there, although I do have to say some of them are significantly better than others, yet again. If I had to say one thing about this game, you know, that's just the problem. That's just the balance issue. Right? A lot of these things just aren't as good as other ones. And then oftentimes it can feel like, oh, well, my early game was bad. I got bad items. I didn't get a good didn't get a good augment. And I guess that's it. I guess the game is over. Alright, coming in here. Ooh, it's kind of interesting. Probably not good, but kind of interesting. Okay, Lilia. Also interesting. We know that Lilia is very good. But here's the thing. We already almost have a 2-star Lilia. I don't think we even need the headliner. We'll let that one in there. We'll leave that in the pool. Because that also increases our chance of finding the Lilia otherwise. And we'll hope to find a more damaging frontliner instead. And maybe some better items would be good too. Something that's, you know, actually useful. This one, also not that good, unfortunately. We got Nar again, though. That's always fun. Let's go, Nar. Let's go, my boy! Alright, sell. Tahm Kench, not that great, to be honest. He is actually not a bad unit, I don't want to say that, but you only want Tahm Kench if he's got the country synergy, because the country synergy is very nice to have. But as a bruiser, he's super mediocre and just not really worth going for. Alright. Lucky Gloss, Feast Gloss will always give your champions ideal items. Ooh, that's really nice. I don't want this, but take 100% more player damage when you lose a player combat. Oh, please, that's just scary. Alright, I think we'll go for the Lucky Gloves. And we got ourselves a backliner, very nice. So we'll get this guy in. It's not the strongest unit in the world, but definitely not the worst unit either. So this right here, we put the Lucky Gloves on you. And then we just put a Guardian in, I think. You are not a Guardian, you're a Sentinel, but you're still kind of tanky. I want to sell these two and level. So we want to win streak here. We definitely want to win streak. These Lucky Gloves, this right here, Feast Gloves, they equip 2 random items. So what this means is our units aren't ever gonna be able to get, you know, fully perfect items because we won't ever be able to put free items on them. But honestly, 2 good items is nice enough by itself. Also, I guess that happens too. Oh, League of Legends. You know, I thought Dota was the shitty, crashy game. I thought Dota was the buggy game, but it's maybe not. Maybe it's not. Maybe every game is buggy and crashy, except Sweet Dreams Alex, of course. Never a bug in my life in that game. When we always say best in slot items are important, but you never go for Pandora's. There's a reason for that. What's going on now? Huh, curious. Let me see if I can just refresh that. Guys, it's just, it don't want to. Alright, we've got Twitch chat there now. Is this it? Okay, so, it seems to have died a little bit. We'll pivot over into a different screen. Well, I mean, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I mean, like, I don't know what you want me to do about that. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but I can't really do anything about it, so it's just how it is. Oh, we're probably losing this one. I gotta be honest, I didn't pay attention during that last round. So, unfortunate. Yeah, it's a Yasuo. Oh dear. How dare you do this to me? The problem here is actually not that Yasuo is good, it's more that our front line is pretty bad. Like, we have nothing. We have nothing in the front line. It's awful. Alright, we have this and this. So we could build a Rage Blade or Shojin. That would be ideal, probably. In terms of items. We could also just go for tanky stuff for now. That's alright, too. If we want a win streak, tanky stuff is actually better. But I think I'll just pick up the Warmogs. Alright, let me see if I can figure out what's going on over here. Nope. Nope. No idea. Alright. Hey, look, we found Nico. Okay, we're getting some units. Alright, we'll put this on Nico. That's good. And then we'll just kind of let this happen for now. Alright. Don't you want more gloves? Sorry, I'm a little distracted by my stream not working properly. But yes, ideally we want a couple of gloves. Well, I mean, the stream is working. It's just that League has stopped showing in OBS. Hey, it's okay. We'll just go with this right now. I'm just doing a screen capture now. Hey, I mean, I guess that's just how it goes. So, what's gonna happen here is the super fans are gonna kick out this item to make room for their own item. But that's fine. We don't mind because we can just put the gloves on somebody else. Alright, so he's got a different item now. That's good, that's fine. We could go KDA. But not you. You're not really that good for us. But I'll just buy this for now anyway. Alright, so we've got these feast gloves. We'll just put them on now! Put him on our boy! That's my guy. I mean, honestly, now deserves these items way more than Corki anyway. Who even is Corki? What has he ever done that's worth anything? We know what Nar has done. Everything. He's done everything for us. Alright, bonk him down. We'll probably lose here, but... it's okay. So our early game wasn't great, unfortunately. But that's just how it's gonna be. Alright, we can put this. Very nice. So yeah, our units again. We just kind of get rid of these. Don't need them. Kaiser would still be good though. Because we currently have Corki, right? And that gives us big shot synergy. That also gives us KDA. Oh, should put this in. It's fine. The creep waves are super easy. Yeah, it's like... It's pretty much impossible to lose against them. Like, seriously, they're so free. Alright, we sell you for money. And then we have a level 2 Gnar! Let's go, buddy! No, we didn't get any gloves. How disappointing. Alright, alright. So there's more of her, but we don't really need more of her. But Misfortune is nice. Kind of. It gives us big shot, but we lose KDA. Question is just which one is better. I think... my guess would be we prefer having KDA for now. Actually, no. Let's go with Big Shot. Big Shot is more damage. It makes it so that after we cast, we deal some extra damage. So... and I think right now, our biggest problem is just our damage output is a tad low. So getting some extra damage seems like a good idea. Alright. And Corki is our main damage dealer. Might as well attempt to freestyle Lilia, right? Not really. The thing about Lilia, it's just kind of impossible to get her to freestyle. Because she's so incredibly contested in nearly every single game. Okay. This is kind of interesting. Gain 1 training. We're definitely not going for this. Oh no. This is so good for us. Oh no! Oh god, do we? Gain 3 maximum team size, but your units can only hold 1 item and their total health is reduced by 15%. Gain 4 gold. Oh my god. Fuck it. Let's bowl. We bowl? We bowl, right? Alright, so we've got 5 KDA. So, this is good. Because Thieves' Gloves are so good with this, right? Like, Thieves' Gloves are just so giga god tier. And we have a Thieves' Gloves upgrade. So now we just need to get... now we just need to get more Thieves' Gloves. As many of them as possible. Because that's a way we can still get really good items on our units and we just have way more units than anybody else. So this means we're playing Jazz again. We're definitely playing Jazz with this one. Because we can get so many units in. We can just flood the board with units. Alright, this cannon. We do need cannon. For super fan stuff. I'm not feeling this guy, to be honest. I don't think we'll use him very much. We could pivot to this cannon, but I don't think so. Alright. We do need to be very conservative with our items here, because now our items are even trickier to manage. Alright. Oh god. I like this. This is fun. I like that there's just like weird shit like this. This is cool. Okay. Yeah, Nico did something. And we're doing sort of okay, just by virtue of, you know, having a lot of dudes. So our plan here is we're gonna go to 7. And then on 7, we'll get ourselves, hopefully, a Jazz Misfortune. And then we just kind of go to 8 and get as many synergies as we can possibly get. Please let me get the gloves. Oh no. You guys don't want the gloves. Why would you want the gloves? Yes, Echo is way better. Don't go for the gloves. No! My soul, my heart. Eternal suffering. I'll just get this. Give me some more HP. Alright, it's a 2-star, I guess. Does this guy have any synergies? Probably, yeah. Sentinel, sure. Why not? Probably got some. Here we go. We get Pentakill as well. I'm gonna sell this Misfortune right now and put this on somebody who I'm not keeping. Probably not keeping you. Yeah, definitely not keeping you. You can have this for now. Yeah. Let's put the items on somebody, right? This is very silly. Ooh, can we win? It's gonna be close. It might be possible. I think so. Nice! Very good. Very good. So... Let me just chill, right? Has anybody gotten Misfortune yet? Please tell me no. Alright, it seems like nobody has gotten or is really going for Misfortune at this point. So that's really nice. Dazzlers and Spellweavers. And we gotta see what kind of Misfortune we get anyway. We have so many dudes we can put down. So many units. It's just gonna be Synergy City. This right here, can I tell you 8-bit is one of those synergies which I think is quite disappointing? Because it's such a neat concept. Keep score of your team's damage dealt. For each high score you beat, 8-bit champions gain attack damage. It's like, okay, so like that's cool. You get this little machine over here that keeps track of your damage. Neat. Interesting idea. Why is the only payoff just more stats again? Why is everything stats? If I look at Hearthstone Battlegrounds, okay, sure, it's also stats, but the way you get the stats and the way the different like compositions work is so fundamentally different. They all use different mechanics. Like if you look at Undead, they're all about reborn. So if one of them, like if they die, they come back to life, and then you use reborn with lots of different synergies, and they're all about like summoning lots of small units that you can then permanently scale throughout the game. All right. Everybody, give me that Misfortune. Give me that Misfortune. Alright, we do need you two, that's fine. Misfortune. Didn't get there, that's fine. You're probably okay. Probably need you. Fine, that's fine. Hello, Bard, buddy. Alright, Jazz time. Okay, what do we have? We have 3 Jazz. We've got way too much Pentakill. Sorry, way too much KDA, I think. Alright, Misfortune. We gotta get rid of some of this KDA. It's too much KDA here. Probably too much Pentakill as well. We do need Big Shot. So Kaiser gotta stay around. Yeah, we need that. So Bard is also Jazz. He is less impressive than Misfortune. But it's okay. Right now we only care about Jazz because it gives us stats. Okay. We also have a ton of items here which we need to use for stuff. But we will get to that and then we get to it. No, don't make me do it. No. No. Oh, yes! Absolutely. This is gloves, but better. But we probably don't want this on you, actually. Alright, on you we want these. And then we put Echo in. And Echo can have this. And then I need to replace one of you here. Oh, I have this already. Kalphas comes in here. Kaiser comes in here. How are we looking? Are we overkill on any synergies right now? We have a lot of super fan. We could potentially reduce the amount of super fan. We also definitely want to just kind of start putting some more items into play. Kalphus can have an Archangel Staff. That's a good item for him. Okay. It's fine. We get bonked a little bit. Then we have Executioner, Mosher, Spellweaver. So Executioner, we want to... Do we have a KDA unit we can replace? Kaiser? But then we lose Big Shot if we get rid of her. Okay. We have too many Sentinels. What kind of pentakill unit can we get? Edgelord, Bruiser. Wait, this actually gives us more, right? No? No, it keeps it the same. Oh, because we are not lacking in Bruisers, we are lacking in Moshers. So we actually need... We need this guy. This guy is a Mosher, right? Okay, Yorick. Alright. So we are actually kind of doing alright. We're jazzing it up. That's good. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure. I'm not convinced that Pentakill is worth keeping. Because Pentakill uses a lot of space. Oh my god, there's Yorick. Gimme this guy. Oh, I need gauntlets too, though. Oh no! Oh, what do I do? Gauntlets or Yorick? Okay, we're not getting Yorick anyway, so definitely gauntlets then. Don't do it to me again. Not again. Yes! Yes! Okay. Alright. Set, Bruiser, Mosher. We could get Set in. Oh, this is too complicated. Oh no. Why did I take this? Oh god. Alright, so we have found you. That's good. I think I just level up here. Do we level up here? I'm scared. Alright, we gotta definitely... Ideally, I want gloves. I want gloves on her, right? Do I put a Deathblade on you? I think I will. I think I will just put like a couple of these shitty items and really pray we get gloves. But I don't want to lose more HP here. Like, that's kind of a big thing. I think at this stage we do need to be kind of careful of our health. Nice! Let's go! Alright. Okay. So we get ourselves an old Mordekaiser. I don't actually think we're keeping him. Like, doesn't he goes for Yorick, right? Because we don't actually need Mordekaiser for Sentinel. We already have Sentinel. So he goes for Yorick. I think. I don't want to rush the higher level. I actually think we're pretty powerful right now, and we can just go and get ourselves the level 8 after the creep wave, and then go from there. It seems that this right here also equips ideal items every time. I wasn't sure that the Rascal Gloves would also be affected by the Lucky Gloves, Thieves Gloves. But I guess they are. Right? So we kind of want to sell him and get these gloves on somebody more valuable. We're not getting country. So this guy doesn't have good synergies. He's a good unit, don't get me wrong, but just doesn't have great synergies. Yeah, we probably sell this guy later, so we can equip these gloves on Yorick. Because Yorick is a powerful unit. And giving him really good gloves, that would be sick. Alright, friends. Who's ready to get something useful? Yes! We did it! Alright, this gotta go on somebody. Alright, this gives us Executioner for what it's worth. Should I roll? This is actually a really interesting question now. Alright, I'm just gonna give these to you. We could roll here, or we could just go to 9. I think going to 9 is the right call, right? Because we're actually really strong. Jazz is giving us 27% bonus health and damage. At 20% bonus health, 18% damage. Yeah. No, I think we go to 9. We go to 9. We also have a much better chance at finding the units we want there. Okay. And on Carousel, we're definitely gonna try to hit more gloves. Just Glove City, that's where we're going. I mean, we could roll here as well, but like... The thing is, it's just... A lot of the 4-cost units are just not really that good by themselves. Like, you need to have synergies with them. Like, if we look at the 4-cost units, right? Like, Fresh is good. He's just good. Akali is super good, right? But that's kind of like where it stops independently. Right? Kalphas is powerful if you have the frontline for him, but you kind of need to enable him. You also want Akali with him. Oops, we took a bonk there. Right, Caitlyn, just terrible. Not very good. Ezreal, ugh, kind of mid. These two, like, okay, they're fine. This guy, pretty bad, to be honest. Alright, and we get the Nico. That's pretty good. Yeah, this guy's got, this guy's playing Country, which is a reroll strat. Stays on 7, gets these guys to 3 stars, and then just snowballs from there. This guy's playing Annie, which is a broken unit. And, ooh, this is scary too. Like, actually, I'm really worried. I think we might lose a couple of these. But we'll see. This guy seems to have gone AFK though, so this seems minimal. I think we might have this one under control, considering the player is not here. Close. Close. Yes! Yorick, who cares about Yorick? Who cares about Yorick? Give me them claws. Alright, sell this. I don't even know who to put these on. I don't even have anyone. I don't know. I don't really have a unit for it. But that's why we're going to 9. We'll get a unit. Alright, this guy's Annie. Annie, monster of a unit. Would be nice to get this Kalphas leveled up, but honestly, we just have so many dudes. We just have so many fucking units. It might be okay. No, we lose, but like honestly, just barely. Oh. Yeah, right? No, do we do that? Do we get the Misfortune, Jazz Misfortune? Sell this guy? Yeah, right? Like that's... It's better because we have this anyway. Wait, no. Oh, no! We can't put gloves on her because super fans. Oh, shit. It's okay. We'll throw one more round. And then we'll go to 9 and we just fucking hope that this somehow works. Bombard. And then waste them? No. We're losing this anyway. It would have been better to keep it the other way around. Okay. Alright, more jazz. Alright, we've got him. We need to make our front line strong enough to take the hits. Okay. Items. Shit, dude. I know you're not very good. People hate you, but you're just getting this now. Here you go, Cannon. So we can put this in over her, right? Because he's also big shot. Okay. Do I have anything that I don't need? Is there anything extra? I have one extra. I have 4 jars. I have super fans. What am I not using? I have sent guardians. I have 1 guardian too many. Cannon. But if I get rid of cannon, I lose true damage. No way, we lose! Come on, Misfortune. No! Okay, we're still alive. In 4 superfans is overkill, but what do we get rid of? If I get rid of cannon, I have 1 extra guardian. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like what we can do here is we can get rid of cannon and we can get rid of echo. And then put some other shit in. But I don't know what. We need a Dazzler. This is a Dazzler. This is so stupid. We need a Dazzler and a Rapid Fire, I guess? What do you do? You're a super fan? No, this is too complicated. You can't expect me to know what to do here. Okay, and I now... If I can get a true damage in... No! I threw. We threw. Xenon is a trap. You should never ever place her, and whoever said I should use her just threw the game. The problem there is what I said earlier with Akali, how one Akali is really good and the other Akali is really bad. And because we put true damage in, she swapped over to the other Akali and needed to put the other one in, really. Oh, man. Well, we got second. I mean, that's kind of fun, I guess. We got second with our garbage. Well, well, well. So be it. Okay, then. How long have you been doing this? Ah, we can do one more. Fun, no, it's all that matters. I had fun. We'll do one more. And now that I've shown you a bunch of different ways to lose the game, we're now going to play properly and not lose the game. I hope that's okay. And I'm still hoping that I can get my TFT stream to work again. What if I just add... Wait, let me delete this here. Add a game capture. Don't worry, we're just loading right now. Game capture. League of Legends. Capture specific window. League of Legends. There it is! Why did that work now? I just re-added the same window. Oh, League. What do I do with you? What do I do with you, buddy? Alright, then. So let's come in here. Yeah, the thing is, this unit here is a trap. Because she's pretty good and she's a 5 cost. But she's true damage. And honestly, that unit has cost me more games than any other unit in the game. Because I'm like, oh, I'll fit her. She'll be good. And then she toggles my Akali over into being true damage and then I just lose. And I'm like, oh no. It keeps happening too. I just always fall for it. Alright, so this is terrible. We got a magnetic remover, and we didn't get any item at first. So this is kind of what I mean with like the early game. It really just kind of like matters a lot what you get. We didn't get any items. That's really bad. We got cannon though. It's kind of playable. Is it? Nah, we can do better. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the bold statement that I think we can do better than this cannon. Alright, we've got these two, which are not great. It's just a great start. It's just very good. If we sell everything, do we get to 10 gold? Well, we've got 5, 7? No, we can't. Alright, then we just keep. Congrats on top 9. Nobody congratulates people for top 9. Top 9 isn't a thing. Top 8 is a thing. I wanted top 8. I was like pretty upset that I didn't get top 8 at first. I was just kind of like, god damn it. Especially since it felt so safe yesterday. But there are some people... There's just the people that already knew how to play this game that just were like, oh, I guess I gotta catch up now. So they did. Alright, this is probably the best. I mean, they all kind of suck. We could lose streak with this and get components. I can build a Rage Blade here. And I can use this other stuff. Oh, okay. Good call. Absolutely the right call. Alright, there we go. So this is a really nice unit to have early on because she's a headliner for super fans. So she gives herself an item if we just get one more super fan. Which is pretty reasonable. Like, we should be able to do that. What happened to my item? Huh? Oh, I gave it to the wrong unit. That's fine. Nami can hold on to it for a little bit. I mean, being a first-time player getting Emerald is absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you. But again, like, I don't know. Maybe I just put, like, too high of expectations on myself, you know? But, like, past a certain point, I was trying to win. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think I did pretty well. Right? And gotta be satisfied with something. Okay, in we go. So this time we're just gonna play proper, right? I'm not gonna buy any of the nonsense, and instead we're just gonna go for, you know, the good stuff. We're just gonna get the good stuff. Although we'll probably lose this fight. Yeah, our backline isn't that strong right now. I've got this Jinx, but she isn't very good. Gotta replace her with something that's a bit more valuable. Get this 2-star Yasuo. I mean, it's something, right? It's just a 2-star unit. I'm not particularly enthusiastic about it, but at the end of the day, we don't have much else to do here. I will pre-level here, so that next round we get a better shot. And then we'll see if this guy can maybe pull something off here. Ah, he's not getting through this. Damn. Well, I wasn't planning on lose streaking, but here we are anyway. But this guy is crazy. Look at this. 2-star now already. That's very powerful. I mean, we saw how strong now is earlier, right? And getting him 2-star this quickly. Well, at least this gives us some options regarding items. We probably just want to get health. Because with health, we can build the Warmogs, which is just a massive amount of HP. Right? Gives us 600 health, and then also an 8% health increase just across the board. Which is pretty nice. Alright, we get an R. Got a super fan in. I'm not like super enthusiastic about that, but I guess we'll get him in there. And then we have probably just get you in for KDA, possibly. I could get this. Or get Lulu, get Hyper Pop. I'm a big enjoyer of Lulu because I like the music that plays when she comes in. She has Hyper Pop. She's a Hyper Pop unit. Planning streaming TFT again sometime in the future? No. Honestly, the lack of build variety in this game. Just, I don't know why I would play this instead of playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds. In Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you have so many different things you can do. While in this game, it's all about just doing the one thing that works. What's Hyper Pop bonus? When a Hyper Pop champion uses an ability, they grant mana and 4 seconds of attack speed to their 2 closest allies. I said I just wanted to do the good stuff. This is such an early bard. Alright, friends. We get to meme a little more. we get to meme just a little bit more. So, what did we just get and why did we get it? This right here, the unit that we just got, is Bard. Bard is interesting because Bard has an interesting effect here as his headline. The finale of Bard's first cards cast each combat spreads an additional dude for every 8 times he's cast this game. Dudes deal 165 magic damage. So basically, as Bard is on the board, he will get increasingly more powerful. And he will be able to just kind of throw in a more powerful spell. And he can scale all the way into the late game. Now, I'm not making a promise that we'll keep him for that long. Honestly, I wouldn't really expect that. But for now, we've got him. We'll see. He's definitely going to be pretty strong right now. I'm kind of tempted. I think I should sell this Yasuo. Is Rage Blade on Bard okay? Okay. We just need some attack speed on him, right? So he casts his spell a bit earlier. A bit more often. What's also fun about Bard is he can do a variety of different things with his dudes. He can heal, he can deal damage, he can even give us money. It's a cute hero. Oh, sorry. Did I just say a forbidden word? Oh, more Bard. I mean, I don't know. If we can get a freestyle Bard, that would be nice, I guess. That would be cool. I'm not expecting it, but it would be nice. I might just slam this on Nico. Get another tank item up. Especially since we get money from items, right? I feel like I should sell this now. That way we make economy. Again, I'm trying to play this game a little bit more seriously. There we go. Yeah, to be honest, I'm thinking we'll just keep this Bard for the early game. That's probably the best way to go here. Very good. So, your headliner's damage heals your super fans. We don't really want to go for this too much, I think. But maybe tons of stats, or your 4 and 5 cost champions gain 100 health and 10% attack speed for every 1 and 2 cost champion on your board. I'm gonna roll this one. I'm gonna roll this one too. Yeah, let's get a ton of stats. Why not? So, we want KDA on the board. And I'm gonna level up here. Just so we get our stuff going a little bit quicker. We want additional synergies as well. We want to keep winning. Making money through win streaking here is just more effective than, you know, saving the money. Tons of stats and jazz sounds endgame to me. Well, the thing is that there is an upgrade called That's Jazz Baby, which is the most bizarrely overpowered upgrade in the game. It makes it so that your jazz units just gain stats when they're for being on the board. And it's pretty incredible, honestly. But we're not, I mean, like, if we get it, we'll go for it, but we haven't got it. We'll see. All right. Put you in. Get Sentinel going. Is there any point... If I put this in, I lose KDA, I get Guardian instead. I think we would rather have KDA, right? So we're just okay with this. This is fine. Arguably the Senna might be okay, but I'm guessing what we have right now is more power. So in we go. Look at this Bard. Bard is just a very powerful unit. Right? Like, compare Bard to a lot of the other stuff we've tried. He just wrecks shit. The only thing about Bard is you kind of want to get him early so he has time to scale. In the late game, he's not gonna be relevant unless you already have given him an opportunity to get, you know, his dude count up. Ooh, this one would be nice, Akali. What item do we need? We have, Well, actually, we kind of want crit. For the Bard. Ah, there, it's gone. Yeah, last pick is always tough. I might just take the sword, just to get Akali. This is one of those situations where I didn't pick the best item, really. Because I don't really think there was a good item for us there. They all kind of suck. But Akali is just kind of a pretty good unit. And right now, that's probably better. We can also go like this. This reduces our synergies though, right? Doesn't it? Yeah. Because I need all of these in play. We can get a Hextech Gunblade. But honestly, I think I'll hold these and hope we can find a better item to build. Akali Ari. Sorry. My bad. These characters, Ari and Akali, have such similar names. And they are both part of the same synergy. And they look very similar. You have to forgive me for not getting their names right. This is something where... I just find, you know, maybe some more distinct naming could have been beneficial. That's all I'm saying. Nice. We're win streaking. Win streaking really, really well. Alright, level. I really don't want to lose my win streak here, so I'm gonna do this. This gets us Spellweaver. We have a bunch of synergies. Gets a Spellweaver. And honestly, just having another unit on the board isn't too bad. Like, we're pretty happy to just get another guy. And then we'll go and level to 8 on 4-2. You can see Bard is contested. So there isn't really any point to trying to play Bard. That's the thing. If your unit gets contested at all, you can't really go for a reroll strategy. Reroll strategies being strategies that get your units to 3 stars. You would stay at level 7 or level 6 even, and just roll until you have your stuff at 3 stars. And you just cannot do that if it's being contested because of the small unit pools. It's just not an option. Spellweaver beneficial to Bard casting? Yeah. My team gets extra ability power across the board. And an extra ability power when our Spellweavers cast. So our Bard is benefiting from this. But you know, of course we're just benefiting from having Jazz. Alright, we get rid of you. So we've got some items here that might be good, depending on what we find. We just hang out right now. The big point to level is 4-2. That's the one that we're going for. Where what we do is we sell our headliner and we just buy the first decent looking, relatively powerful headliner we can find. To be honest, I'm kind of thinking we might want to spare Sojin. It wouldn't be too bad. It works with a lot of units. I think this is fine. I'm gonna grab these. Although I almost kind of don't want to sell the bark, but... No, we'll do it. We'll do it properly. We'll play proper. You have to be kind of fast about... about doing this, because there's only so much time. That's it. Already done. That may seem awfully quick, what I did there. We'll get this in for a 5th KDA. But we're just looking for a unit that we can use to transition into being at level 8. This guy is a unit. He's pretty powerful. He's gonna be able to do enough for now while we get our money back, while we reestablish our money back. And then we will sell him and look for probably either a Kali or a Kafis again. And then we'll go from there. This guy is much stronger than Bard for a variety of reasons, but the big one is that his ability kind of hits the entire board, which means he can snipe the backline really easily. See how the Jinx is almost dead by the time we get to her? No chance. We go 9 and go for like 6 carry. Probably a possibility, but I think it's kind of playing it a bit risky. Right, we found a Kafis. We'll just bank this guy for now. I don't really want to do anything with him yet. Again, right now our goal is mostly just to establish our money again. That's it. We don't really want anything else. We don't really care about anything else. We just need to make sure we have the resources we need. Oh, that's a 3-star Annie. So that's really scary. But you see how good our guy is at just clearing out all of the random stuff. And now he even kills the Annie. Like, that's the big thing. That's why these units are better. Twisted Fate is just a very powerful carry. Although ideally you want to play him on a disco lineup, which we don't have. And we're not gonna go for it. Like, it's just not really, like, necessary at this point. It's the big point, honestly. It's just, we don't have to. Probably not a bad idea to just get some sort of defensive stuff. Let's just get this. It's gonna be good for the Akali. Alright. Or we could go for 9. I think that's how the really top tier players would actually play this here, right? Because we're still winning anyway. We're winning all of these fights. We're gonna keep winning for a little while. I actually think we should go to 9. Chad, what do you guys see? What do you guys think we should do here? This seems okay. I think, yeah, you go to 9. Because we're just so strong with this Twisted Fate. And we have a lot of HP as well. Having spread damage is incredibly valuable. Very good.
Another week at the top of the charts.
So, we just gotta wait a little bit longer though. Something that's also very noticeable about this game, I haven't talked about this yet because I have kind of gotten used to it. I honestly should have mentioned it. But you have very short round timers. I don't know if you noticed, but you only have 30 seconds to play your turn. Which is why you have to kind of play very actively. Now, I'm not sure if this is a good or a bad thing, if I'm completely honest. On the one hand, I found it to be incredibly overwhelming when I first started playing this game. I was struggling so much because I only had 30 seconds to make any decisions. And that just wasn't enough for me at all. Like, not even close to enough for me. But as I played the game more, I sort of became more used to it. Still, I very frequently found myself with not enough time to make all the decisions I wanted to make. But it also makes the game a very, as I already said, active game when you're playing it. I feel like some other older chesses, and I will actually call out my favorite baby here as well, Hearthstone Battlegrounds, but like Hearthstone Battlegrounds or Dodo Auto Chess, they tend to have a problem where the round timers are fairly long. So you might just be done with everything you want to do, so you just kind of sit there and you do nothing. Like I'm right now. There's a pretty significant amount of time that you spend with these games, particularly if you're doing well, where you just kind of hang around and really do nothing. You're not really doing anything at all. There we go, that's nice. Do we keep... I'm unsure. I'm unsure if I should be keeping the KDA going or... Yeah, I think KDA is probably better right now because we're just enabling Twisted Fate, right? Sorry. So in this game, you just kind of don't have that much time to make your decisions. But that also means that in the turns where I just sit there and I'm doing nothing, because I'm just saving up economy, or because I don't really have anything to do, I don't need to do anything. Well, in those turns, I don't feel like I am waiting around forever, you know? Yeah, this is a very fair and balanced unit. What's this? They did a great job with Akali. Alright, yep, nope, she won that. Alright. Let's just go for it. No, that's actually bait. Alright, we didn't get what we wanted. I don't want to keep rolling. Because we would lose a lot of money. And honestly, right now, we can probably just use this guy. For a little bit at least. Okay, we'll put our Akali here. I don't want to put items on her until I actually see that I'm gonna use her. Because she's not level 2 yet, and level 1 Akali is still pretty strong, but not quite as impressive. Yeah, dead.
Another week at the top of the chart.
Good, good, good. You just can't get stuck at these low levels. If you're going for a low level reroll, you have to do either the Jazz reroll or you have to do Country. If you're not doing those two, then you might as well concede. Do we get these two bad boys? I mean, I think so, right? Is that better than KDA? No. But I will buy them. It's probably not better than just having KDA in play. Nice. Go get him. Go get him, buddy. We actually have really nice item for him. This is not the strongest unit, but he's actually like okay if you get him as a headliner. I would never play this guy without headliner, but as a headliner it's pretty good. Whew. Close one. Yeah, I'm glad we kept the KDA around. I think that worked better. Alright, we'll definitely try to get her. If we can't get that, maybe the Akali wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, alright, she's gone. Yeah, I guess the Akali. It's an item. It's not a great item, but we get the 2-star Akali. It's an okay item for Akali. Like, that's mainly the thing, so it's like, okay. Like, the item is not great, but we can put it on her and immediately get use out of it. And then we can pop this bad boy. I kind of want some defense items. I want something that can actually allow us to tank a bit better. So I'll just put this on you for now. We might end up selling him. We haven't gotten true damage online yet. And honestly, I don't know if we need it. So, it's fine. This guy, 3-star Lulu. These people are going for very strange things, I have to say. Well, that's kind of the thing about unranked. I gotta say, like, I'm playing unranked right now because it's just less stressful and I enjoy it more. But in ranked, you just see the same few things over and over and over and over again. It's maybe really like, I'm worried that it just sounds like I am salty. I hope it doesn't come across that way, but like maybe chat can confirm that no, this is actually how it goes. You just, same stuff a million times. Nice. Alright, so we chill for a moment. We chill for a moment. We can, these items, we can put on him. Right? These are good items for our maestro here. So if we could get him going, that's... Oh wow, oh, 3-star Nico. Echo, sorry. This is another thing. This is Nico and this is Echo. Riot! What are these names, huh? Come on. Come on, friends. Nice. They do the same thing. Yeah, they're the same tier. They're always on the same teams. They're both tanks. Why do you do this to me? Huh? No, we don't like this guy. Karthus? Nah. There we go. Do we try 5-star him? I don't have enough bench space. We don't need it. It's just a quick round, so it's like not that important. Fun little trick, you can actually sell these as they come up. Then if you sell them enough, you actually get... Alright, Karthus is good. So we get rid of you now, we get rid of you. We put in you, which is just a dude. Put in you, probably. I don't know, maybe it's gonna end up being the 6. We don't go for you. It's another one. Alright, we get rid of this. I gotta get some items. I don't know. We can give this to you, I think. That's okay. Alright, we definitely need to make bench space. But I kind of want to go for the 3-star. Come on, you can't tell me to sell this. Don't do it to me. Are you gonna be so heartless and tell me to sell this guy? Oh, the game is over anyway. Yeah, I mean, we got him. But this is kind of how you're actually supposed to play, right? This is This is the correct way of going about it. We went to 9, we went to 8, we bought ourselves some 2 stars that are really good right away. We had good items for our level 9 unit. And then we just murdered everybody really, really easily. Or maybe not easily. Oh, never mind. Maybe we're losing. No, we're not losing. We are losing! What? Well, that can't be right. Alright, we gotta put her in and put her on healing, probably. You can kind of change what she does. It's a little annoying that we still haven't gotten... our little guy. We still haven't gotten cannon. We haven't had a single fucking cannon. I will unequip this and put this on her. She's way bigger. Why is this guy almost dead? What happened there? Oh my god. Alright, never mind. This, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe this Giga Brain strat is somehow pulling it off. My guy just like randomly died. I have no idea what killed him. Okay. So we're gonna do some... Oh my god. You can't tell me not to dream. Chat. Are you gonna tell me not to dream? You can't do that to me. We're never getting there. Right? Like, it's just like never, ever, ever happening. Alright. Alright, he's a bit more out, like out of the danger zone. That's really all we need. Because his damage is excellent, but it's not enough? Holy fuck. What is even happening? How do I see that what damage both players did? Arrow? I don't know. It's incomprehensible. He buys 1 gem. Let me dream. Alright. We find 1 gin, we get a duplicator from the creeps. That's all we need. Sell the board for the dream. Oh no. You guys are bad influence. I mean, we're not selling right now. Guys, I didn't find a single one. But I found a cannon. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright, there we go. Alright, you just tank her up a bit more. Alright. Here's our all-in. Make space on the bench. Means he caps out a bit later on his damage output. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we lost. Oh no. Not a real dreamer lag vision. I mean, I would have sold the board. I would have sold the board if we had found one of them. Now, second place is fine. Alright, second place is fine. Anyway, that was Teamfight Tactics. And an absolutely incomprehensible discussion of my opinions on it. Where really, I don't believe I did a very good job, but that's okay. We're figuring this out as we go. I'm so exhausted right now, if I'm completely honest with you. Just had like a very, very busy week. And I'm just glad it's over. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.